Cheers everybody, welcome back to another video. In this video, I might be a little bit early doing this, but and it may change over Christmas. No, I can't see it changing. My beers of 2024. The beers which I've enjoyed reviewing and the beers which have really blown me away this year. The ones which I will remember 2024 for, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna show you some of the cans of the stuff, all the bottles of stuff which really blew me away this year, and I will tell you my beer of the year as well. And some of you already know what my beer of the year is, but I like making videos about beer, so this is another excuse. So my brewery of the year. No, first of all, I'll tell you what the year has been like for this channel. Been another fantastic year for beer, it really has. I've had some right belters this year, to be honest with you, and I've been surprised by some, and I've been surprised by a brewery. My brewery of the year this year is Cloudwater. I fell back in love with Cloudwater this year, and it's on the strength of these five beers actually. The Chubbles series, the Chubbles Enhanced, which is a 10%. Triple IPA. I don't know where my glasses are because I can't read bugger all without my glasses because I'm blind as a bat. Just hang fire for a minute. You know what? I couldn't see my glasses are right in front of my eyes. Right in front of my eyes. So yes. So the beers of the year. So we start off with the Cloudwater. So the JB award to the brewery of the year goes to Cloudwater, and they do this yearly release of a collaboration with the Vale Brewing in America called Chubbles, and I picked these up, and they kind of like, I fell back in love with Cloudwater because of this, because of this series of beers. So we've got Chubbles Enhanced, which is 10%. We've got the normal Chubbles, which is another tipper at 10%. I did them back to back on a video, really enjoyed it. Then we've got the slightly low ABV ones. We've got the Dipper, which is the Forever Chubbles at 8%. And we've got the Chubbles, what was this one? It was the Pale Ale or IPA, I can't remember much about it, but that was really nice too. So these are cracking beers, really liked them. And to top it off, they brought out a Piccadilly Porter as well, which was fantastic too. So for me, my brewery of the year is Cloudwater. Yeah, fantastic. So got that out of the way. Now I'm going to show you some of the beers that a couple of them one of them's re-reviewed, and the Downright Bizarre, which I enjoyed. So my sour of the year. Not a massive sour fan, to be honest. It's hit and miss with me, sours, either too tart or too acidic. But when you get a good one, you know when you got a good one. And this is a collaboration between Neon Raptor and Seven Island Brewery out of Greece. And it is a Tiki cocktail sour. And it is a can of their Severed Island. Now that is my sour of the year. And it was a belter. It was clocking in at 6% ABV. And it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's my sour of the year. So we've had, a couple of notable reviews this year, which I really enjoyed. Arbor's collaboration with Emperor's Brewery, Jabba the Nut, was fantastic. Now that was a 10% Walnut Whip Imperial Stout, which was really good. Really enjoyed that. And also, it's been also a year of falling back in love with the West Coast IPA. This one, Alligator Tugboat from Pressure Drop, I have to say, that was absolutely banging for me. I loved that, 7.2%, and it was an absolute corker of a beer. Best Pressure Drop beer for me, that one. Loved it. So, then we've had a few, West Coast, still on the West Coast theme, sorry. I fell in love with the West Coast IPA, and it's down to revisiting and re-reviewing this beer because this beer is available in Asda. for £4. And to be honest with you, you cannot go wrong with it. Stone IPA. This is a West Coast style IPA, but I can tell you what, that is a banger. Absolute banger of a beer. American import, 6.9% ABV for £4 a can in Asda. Pick them up while you can, boys and girls. I tell you, that was an absolute corker of a beer, and I fell back in love with the style because of that beer this year. Phenomenal. So we're coming down to my beer of the year in a minute, but first we have got a Polish beer, which really I thought was fantastic. Now, honey beers. When you talk about honey beers, a lot of people, they're quite divisive, a bit like sours in a way. You either hate them or you love them. Now, if you hate honey, you're going to hate a honey beer, aren't you? But this one is a Polish one. And I thought this was phenomenally good. Fantastic notes of honey. It felt like you were on a journey with the bee, flying around the garden, going to all these different plants because you were picking up different taste notes throughout. And it is the Lomza. The Lomza, I can't pronounce that. The Lomza honey beer, anyway. This was brilliant. I thought that was a brilliant beer. I really did. I thought that was, not. Some people might think it's, overladen too much with honey, but I have to say that, my friends, I recommend. It was lovely. So that was a highlight of the year. So we're coming down to, let's come down to the two most bizarre beers of the year. Then we get to my top 3 beers of the year. I think that's the way we're going to do it. So the two most bizarre beers I've had this year. One was a Vault City one, which actually worked. That it actually worked so well. It just did. We got the Cereal Spooner Red Berry. Now this was a take on. It's a cereal milk sour, so you can imagine it's like a Special K in a glass, and it really did tick the boxes of it. It felt like you were eating something like a granola with berry, and it worked. It really did, and it made me smile. And sometimes that's all you need is a beer to make you smile. It was great. It was expensive, but it made me smile. So that was a bizarre one. But I have to say, the most bizarre one this year was the staggeringly good Vault City collab, the Blue Hawaiian, which really looked like fabric conditioner in your glass. It really did. And I loved it. Loved it. I loved the balls behind brewing something like that. And yeah, it was different, but I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. So that's my most bizarre beer of the year. Now, we're getting to the top 3 now. These are the top 3 beers that I reviewed this year, barring Christmas, because I've got a feeling that there might be a couple of belters. And I've got a real special beer coming up to celebrate 10 years at this channel and 3,000 beer reviews. I might tie them in together. I'm not too sure yet how I'm going to do it because it's an expensive, exclusive beer. And I'm not going to even show you what it is. I'm not going to even show you what it is, but it's not your Carters anyway. So we get into the top 3 beers. Now these 3 beers for me I absolutely loved. I thought they were fantastic. The winner, well, we get to the winner in a minute. So my third place in bronze place for JB's Beer of the Year 2024 is a Verdant beer. It was released because they're celebrating 10 years this year, a little bit like me next year. Sort of. It's a dipper, and I thought it was fantastic. I really thought it was a great example and a very, very tasty beer. And it is my second rodeo. I really, really like that beer. Mosaic and Nectron are in this. 2 great hops. I noticed I had a few beers this year with Nectron in. And I really, really liked it. It was just a great, great beer. Great Dipper. Great example of its style, and it's everything I liked in a Dipper. So that's my third place. That's my third place. I'll leave that there. I should have like a pedestal, shouldn't I? My second place is a brewery which I've already mentioned in this video. And it's a brewery from a place which I went on holiday this year, but I couldn't find any of their beers. But my word, this beer was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, we're off to Seven Island Brewery, and we have got a double dry hot New England double IPA with Citra and Citra Cryo, and it is a can of their Citra Ronin, clocking in at what was the ABV on it? I can't remember. Is it 8%? It's 8%. That was brilliant. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And the thing what I liked about it, when you review beer, the best thing about sometimes reviewing a beer is when you pick a beer up, not expecting it to be brilliant, but when you're doing the review, it absolutely opens up and becomes a brilliant beer. That is a prime example, because I wasn't expecting it to be as good as what I was expecting it to be good. I didn't expect it to be really, really good. New brewery to me at the time as well. Brilliant. That, my friends, is my second place. So, put that there. My first place, my beer of the year. It won't be much surprise to some people who watch me, because I did mention it on Scott's stream the other day. My beer of the year, actually, I'm so pleased that this beer blew me away. And the reason being is that I've been going 10 years, coming up to the 10-year anniversary, and to still be blown away by a lager, it just says it all for me. It feels like I'm doing it for all the right reasons. I'm doing, this is a journey for me. I was kicking myself because I never reviewed this beer before. I honestly thought I did. But when I reviewed this beer, I was speechless of how good this beer was. I thought this beer left me absolutely speechless. It really did. So, JB's, drum roll, Mangoni drums, JB's beer of the year. And I'm so pleased it's this. It really is. It's for me, this could be reviewed on a yearly basis. That's a clue to what it is. Augustiner Brau Oktoberfest beer. That has to be one of the best lagers I've ever had on this channel, if not the best. Watch the review. Watch my surprise to how good that was. And it was only about £3.50. And it's unbelievable how German efficiency, what the Germans produce out there in lager terms, For me, Augustiner Brau Oktoberfest beer 2024 is my favourite beer of the year. And the only problem is I didn't buy enough of it. But that is my beer of the year. So, thank you so much for watching this year. There's going to be more mayhem, more reviews next year, more out and about videos. Hopefully I'll get on my walking boots. I haven't done enough this year of that. And more beer coming. It's always been a pleasure bringing you beer reviews. I love the interaction. The polls will be continuing, because I've got to do a video for the last poll, which is a few days old now. And there'll hopefully be some lives next year. And it's been another brilliant year. Thank you all for your support, and see you soon on another review. I've got some other stuff to put up. We're gonna delve into this cabinet and see what's behind this cabinet and see what beers I've got in it. Anyway, that's for another video. Look after yourselves, and cheers everyone.